Hello, welcome back to Curl Gaming, where we discuss all things video games. Today we're going to take a look at another Sega Ages title released on the Switch, and that is Space Harrier, the original one. So this is a nice mix with some updated features. These sprite scalers are just amazing. For the year-end sale, it's on sale for only a couple of bucks Canadian, so probably a couple bucks in the US as well. So with that being said, let's take a look at the Sega Ages release of Space Harrier running on the Nintendo Switch.
Welcome to the fantasy zone. Get ready. Ouch! Ouch! Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. You're doing great. Get ready. You're doing great. You're doing great. Get ready. 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 You're doing great. Get ready. Welcome to the fantasy zone. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. You're doing great. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. You're doing great. You're doing great. Get ready. 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 Get ready. Get ready. You're doing great. You're doing great. Get ready. Get ready. ready. Get 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 ready. You're doing great. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Alright, welcome back. Hopefully you like that look at Space Harrier running on the Nintendo Switch. Like I mentioned, this is the Sega Ages release. There's, I think, several of them on the Nintendo Switch, and then more options open up as you progress. Space Harrier, I've always loved this game. Believe it or not, I did not get exposed to the arcade game till much later. I did have a friend that had it on Sega Master System, and then with Genesis in Part 2. That's kind of where I fell in love with it. And then, of course, NES had their own version of it, Adventures of 3D World Runner. Not quite the same, but same concept, execution, and they could jump instead of fly. This is an amazing port. It's pretty much arcade perfect, just like the Outrun Virtual Racing, and just the additional mode. As you can see, I did go with the additional mode just to see what it's all about. And yeah, it brings a smile to my face. This is a lot smoother and cleaner than, say, something like the Master System or the Genesis. I know the Genesis prided itself as having arcade games at that time, and with Space Harrier 2, when that came out, was pretty good. But since it didn't have really scaling effects, they tried to mimic it, and it's pretty choppy. I do plan on having a video on Space Harrier 2 in the near future. But right now, let's just focus on this. So with Space Harrier on a Switch, on the Sega Ages line, it's just an amazing port, runs silky smooth. Like I said, it does give you additional options. Now another port would have been on the 32X, which I have a copy of that as well. And while that looks amazing as well, it's just not as smooth. So it's definitely a huge leap over the Genesis version, since that is part 2 and it's really choppy. But the 32X, much like Afterburner, did try to bring the sprite scalers home on a great scale. But at the time of the release, people just kind of pushed it off as, oh, Sega's just shoveling older games onto new hardware. What people did fail to realize is that that hardware was capable of doing proper sprite scaling, and they should have released a few more titles on that. Especially something like Outrun. Like, that game has been ported to everything, and it's just an amazing title. Even the Genesis version is somewhat decent. They did a better scaling effect on that as opposed to like Space Harrier or Thunderblade. But anyway, getting off a little course on that. Space Harrier is just an amazing game. One thing that does throw me off is the depth of field. Yeah, it is kind of 3D in a sense, but sometimes when the bosses or enemies do fire at you, just trying to find out how close they can come to the screen, and if that's going to take you out. A lot of times you will have deaths that probably could have been avoided. Excuse me, I know a lot of mine probably could have, and that's just because of the lack of depth. This is pretty twitch action. As you can see, as later stages progress, you do have obstacles that cannot be destroyed, so you will be ducking quite a bit. I know on some of those stages, people just say, well, just do hard left or hard right to avoid all that. You probably can, but if enemies come in from the rear and you're on that side, they will take you out right away. As well as dodging fire, as well as enemies coming that are stationary, but they switch their position as you progress. For the amount of money, like, this game goes on sale quite a bit. So I originally used like gold coins just to pick it up because it was a couple of bucks. And with the year-end sale on 2024, again, it's only a couple bucks. I do highly recommend a lot of these in the Sega Ages line. It's just for nostalgia purposes for me, and it was pretty much the start of the console wars. NES and Sega Master System, not so much of a threat there, but as soon as that transition came in with the Genesis and the Super Nintendo looming, that's pretty much when the console wars fully developed. And this is one of those games that Sega did try, like I said, to get it on the Genesis, and it is part 2. There is some overlap, but the execution is not quite there, and they really didn't get a decent home conversion of this until the 32X. As well, there was a Sega Ages compilation on the Saturn as well, but I believe in Japan the Sega Ages line was released individually. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it was done individually over there. And then here, the North American release of Sega Ages, I think it was like Outrun, Afterburner, and Space Harrier. I think that was it, just the three. So anyway, let me know what your thoughts are. I do have a video of the spiritual successor on the Switch. That is Air Twister. That video is available on my channel. If I can figure out how to link it, I'll link it in here as well. But Space Harrier, just that simple concept of making it to the goal, defeating the bosses, and the pseudo sprite scaling that Sega was known for back in the day. Hard to believe this was, what, 86, 87 when it came out, and then with the Sega Ages line, revamping it. And not so much rehauling the graphics or anything, but giving us like an accurate presentation of it is just great. And like I said, get it on sale, because it's on sale quite a bit, and you'll have probably some of the best bang for your buck, and that will go for any of the Sega Ages 1 games in that line. So like I said, so I did do the Outrun, also have Virtual Racing, this, and then I'll probably be doing G-Lock pretty soon. So keep an eye out for that. Let me know what your thoughts are. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Have you played any of the Space Harrier games? And if you're a fan, did you check out Air Twister? That would be more of the modernized one. I like the look and the feel of that one. Like, it plays great, but that soundtrack, that soundtrack just gets to me. Like I said, check out my video on that if you want to see what my thoughts are. Skip to the end on that video. But an amazing game, but the soundtrack just hasn't warmed up with me on that one. But for Space Harrier, all-time classic, and give it a shot. Even if you're not into retro gaming, maybe try it. Like I said, just a couple of bucks. The thing with the Switch, and you get to earn the gold coins, like I said. So a lot of these Sega Ages games I did pick up with the gold coins, which is nice. So I guess thank you for Nintendo for offering that service, and hopefully you continue it in the future with your new system. So if you haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe. I do upload on a regular basis. And thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you all next time. Thank you.